What keeps you so late? It's almost dark.
Our planting forward by the forest edge.
Oh, so you're done then.
Aye, the farm is seeded. The boys asleep?
They will be soon.
Praying out for a fair summer.
Aye.
Are you well today?
I am. It is a rabbit.
Oh, is it? In Jonathan's trap?
No, she walked into the house this afternoon. I found her sitting in the corner like she come to visit.
Oh, that's a good sign walking in.
Pray God, it hurt my heart to strip her. Poor rabbit.
It's well seasoned.
I took great care. She's tender?
Aye. I think we'll see green fields soon. It's warm as blood beneath the clods.
That's well.
If the crop is good, I'll buy George Jacob's heifer. How would that please you?
Aye, it would.
I mean to please you, Elizabeth.
I know it, John.
Cider?
Aye.
The farm's a continent when you go by foot dropping seeds in it.
It must be.
You ought to bring some flowers in the house.
Oh, I forgot. I will tomorrow.
It's winter in here yet. On Sunday, let you come with me and we'll walk the farm together. I never see such a load of flowers on the earth. Lilacs have a purple smell. Lilac is the smell of night, I think. Massachusetts is beauty in the spring.
Aye, it is.
I think you're sad again, are you?
You come so late, I thought you'd gone to Salem this afternoon.
Why? I have no business in Salem.
You did speak of going earlier this week.
I thought better of it since.
Mary Warren's there today.
Why'd you let her? You hear me forbid her go to Salem any more.
I couldn't stop her.
It is a fault, Elizabeth. You're the mistress here, not Mary Warren.
She frightened all my strength away.
How may that mouse frighten you, Elizabeth? You...
It is a mouse no more. I forbid her go when she raises up her chin like the daughter of a prince and lays to me, I must go to Salem, Goody Proctor. I'm an official of the court.
Court? What court?
Aye, it is a proper court they have now. They've sent 4 judges out of Boston, she says. Weighty magistrates for the general court, and at the head sits the deputy governor of the province.
Why, she's mad.
I would to God she were. There be 14 people in the jail now, she says. And they'll be tried, and the court have power to hang them too, she says.
Ah, they'd never hang.
The deputy governor promised hanging if they will not confess, John. The town's gone wild, I think. She speak of Abigail, and I thought she were a saint to her here. Abigail brings the other girls in court, and where she walks the crowd, they part like the sea for Israel. And folks are brought before them, and if they scream and howl and fall to the floor, the person is clapped in the jail for bewitching them.
Oh, it is black mischief.
I think you must go to Salem, John. I think so. You must tell them that is fraud.
Aye, it is. It surely is.
Let you go to Ezekiel Cheever, he knows you well, and tell him what she said to you last week in her uncle's house. She said it had not to do with witchcraft, did she not?
Aye, she did.
God forbid you keep that from the court, John. I think they must be told.
Aye, they must. It is a wonder they do believe her.
Have we go to Salem now, John. Let you go tonight.
I'll think on it.
You cannot keep it, John.
I know I cannot keep it. I say I will think on it.
Good then. Let you think on it.
I am only wondering how I may prove what she told me, Elizabeth. If the girl's a saint now, I think it is not easy to prove she's a fraud, and the town gone so silly. She told it to me in a room alone. I have no proof for it.
You were alone with her?
For a moment alone, aye.
Why then it's not as you told me?
For a moment, I say. The others coming soon after.
Do as you wish then.
I'll have not your suspicion any more.
I have no.
I'll not have it.
Then let you not earn it.
You doubt me yet.
John, if it were not Abigail that you must go to her, would you falter now? I think not.
Now look you.
I see what I see, John.
You will not judge me more, Elizabeth. I have good reason to think before I charge fraud on Abigail, and I will think on it. Let you look to your own improvement before you go judge your husband any more. I forgot Abigail, and I...
And I...
Spare me! You forget nothing and forgive nothing. Learn charity, woman. I have gone tiptoe in this house all 7 months, and she is gone. I have not moved from there to there without I think to please you. And still an everlasting funeral marches around your heart. I cannot speak, but I am doubted. Every moment judged for lies as though I come into a court when I come into this house.
John, you are not open with me. You saw her with the crowd, you said, and now you're
I'll plead
saying...
my honesty no more, Elizabeth.
John, I am only...
No more! I should have roared you down when you first told me your suspicion, but I wilted, and like a Christian I confessed. Confessed! Some dream I must have mistaken you for God that day, but you're not. You're not, and let you remember it. Let you look for sometimes the goodness in me and judge me not.
I do not judge you. The magistrate sits in your heart that judges you. I never thought you but a good man, John. Only somewhat bewildered.
Oh, Elizabeth, your justice would freeze beer. How do you go to Salem when I forbid it? Do you mock me? I'll whip you if you dare leave this house again.
I am sick, Mr. Proctor. Pray hurt me not. My insides are all shuddery. I am in the proceedings all day, sir.
And what of these proceedings here? When will you proceed to keep this house as you are paid £9 a year to do, and my wife not wholly well?
I made a gift for you today, Goody Proctor. I had to sit long hours in the chair and pass the time with sewing. Why, thank you. It's a fair puppet. We must all love each other now, Goody Proctor. Aye, indeed, we must. I'll get up early in the morning to clean the house. I must sleep now.
Is it true? There'll be 14 women arrested.
No, sir, there'll be 39 now. Why, she's weeping. What ails you, child? Goody Osborne will hang.
Hang! Hang, you say?
Aye.
The deputy governor will permit it?
He sentenced her, he must, but not Sarah Good, for Sarah Good confessed, you see.
Confess to what?
That she sometimes made a compact with Lucifer and wrote her name in his black book with her blood, and bound herself to torment Christians till God throw her down, and we almost worship hell forevermore.
But surely you know what a jabber she is. Did you tell him that?
Mr. Proctor, at open court, she nearly choked us to death.
How choked you?
She sunned her spirit out. Oh, Mary, Mary, surely you. She tried to kill me many times, Goody Proctor. Why, I never heard you mention before. I never knew it before. I never knew anything before. When she come into court, I say to myself, I must not accuse this woman, for she sleep in ditches and so very old and poor. But then she sit there, denying and denying, and I feel a misty coldness climbing up my back, and the skin on the skull begins to creep, and I feel a clamp around my neck, and I cannot breathe the air, and then I hear a voice, a screaming voice, and it were my voice, and all at once I remember everything she done to me.
Why, what did she do to you?
So many times, Mr. Proctor, she comes to this very door begging bread and a cup of cider, and mark this, whenever I turned away empty, she mumbled. Mumbled. She may mumble if she's hungry. But what did she mumble? She must remember Goody Proctor last month. A Monday, I think. She walked away and I thought my guts were about to burst in 2 days after. Do you remember it? Why, I do, I think. And so I told that to Judge Hawthorne, and he asked her so. Sarah Good, he says, what curse do you mumble that this girl must fall sick after turning you away? And then she replies, why, your excellency, no curse at all. I only say my commandments. I hope I may say my commandments, she says. And that's an upright answer. Aye, but then Judge Hawthorne say, say for us your commandments. And all of the 10, she could not say a single one. She never knew no commandments, and they had her flat in a lie.
And so condemned her.
Why, they must, when she condemned herself.
But the proof, the proof!
I told you the proof, it's hard proof, hard as rock, the judge says.
You will not go to court again, Mary Warren.
I must tell you, sir, I will be gone every day now. I am amazed that you did not see what weighty work we do.
What work you do? It's strange for a Christian girl to hang old women.
But Mr. Proctor, they will not hang them if they confess. Sarah Good will only sit in jail some time. And here's a wonder for you. Think on this. Goody Good is pregnant. Pregnant? Are they mad? The woman's nearly 60. They had Dr. Grace examine her, and she's full to the brim. And smoking up a pipe all these years. And no husband either, but she's safe, thank God. For they'll not hurt the innocent child. But be they not a marvel, you must see it, sir. It's God's work we do, so I'll be gone every day for some time. I am an official of the court, they say, and
I'll official you.
I'll stand whipping any more. Mary, promise now you'll stay at home. The devil's loose in Salem, Mr. Proctor. We must discover where he's hiding.
I'll whip the devil out of you.
I saved her life today. I am accused, somewhat mentioned, but I said I'd never seen no sign you ever sent your spirit out to no one, and seeing I do live so closely with you, they've dismissed it. Who accused me? I am bound by law, I cannot tell it. I only hope you'll not be so sarcastical no more. 4 judges and the king's deputy stayed to dinner with us about an hour ago. I would have you speak civilly to me from this out.
Go to bed.
I'll not be ordered to bed no more, Mr. Proctor. I'm 18, a woman, and however single.
Do you wish to sit up? Then sit up!
I wish to go to bed.
Good night, then!
Good night. Oh, the noose is up, the noose is up.
There'll be no noose.
She wants me dead. I knew all week it would come to this.
They dismissed it. You heard her say.
And what if tomorrow? She will cry me out until they take me.
Sit you down.
She wants me dead, John, you know it.
I say sit down! Now we must be wise, Elizabeth.
Oh, indeed, indeed.
Fear nothing. I'll find Ezekiel Cheever. I'll tell him she said it were all sport.
John, with so many in jail, more than Cheever's help is needed now, I think. Would you favor me with this? Go to Abigail.
What have I say to Abigail?
John, grant me this. You have a faulty understanding of young girls. There's a promise made in bed.
What promise?
Spoke or silent, a promise is surely made, and she may dote on it now. I'm sure she does, and thinks to kill me than to take my place. It is her dearest hope, John, I know it. There be 1,000 names. Why does she call mine? There be a certain danger in calling such a name. I am no goody good that sleeps in dishes, nor Osborne, drunk and half-witted. She dare not call it such a farmer's wife, but there be so a monstrous profit in it. She thinks she'll take my place, John.
She cannot think.
John, have you ever shown her somewhat of contempt? She cannot pass you in church, but you blush.
I may blush for my sin.
I think she sees another meaning in that blush.
And what see you? What see you, Elizabeth?
I think you be somewhat ashamed, far I am there, and she's so close.
When will you know me, woman? Were I stone, I would have cracked for shame the 7th month.
Then go and tell her she's a whore. Whatever promise she made since, Break it, John, break it.
Good, then I'll go.
Oh, how unwillingly.
I will curse her hotter than the hottest cinder in hell, but pray begrudge me not my anger.
Your anger, I only asked you.
Woman, am I so base? Do you truly think me base?
I never called you base.
Then how do you charge me with such a promise? The promise that a stallion gives a mare I gave that girl.
Then why do you anger with me when I bid you break it?
Because it speaks deceit. I am honest, but I'll plead no more. I see now your spirit twist around the single error of my life, and I will not see it tear free.
You'll tear it free when you come to know that I will be your only wife or no wife at all. She has an arrow in you yet, John Proctor, and you know it well.
Good evening. Why, Mr. Hell, good evening to you, sir. Come in, come in. I hope I do not startle you.
No, it's only that I heard no horse.
You are Goodwife Proctor. Aye, Elizabeth. I hope you're not off to bed yet. No, we are not used to visitors after dark, but you're welcome here. Will you sit down, sir? Let you sit, Goodwife Proctor. Will you drink cider, Mr. Hale? No, it rebels my stomach. I have some further travelling yet tonight. Sit you down, sir. I will not keep you long, but I have some business with you. Business of the court. No, I come of my own, without the court's authority. Hear me. I know not if you are aware, but your wife's name is mentioned in the court. We know it, sir. Mary told us. We are entirely amazed. I am a stranger here, as you know, and in my ignorance I find it hard to draw a clear opinion of them that come accused before the court. And so this afternoon, and now tonight, I go. House to house. I come now from Rebecca's nurse's house, and
Rebecca's charged?
God forbid such one be charged. She is, however, mentioned somewhat.
You will never believe I hope that Rebecca trafficked with the devil.
Woman, it is possible. Surely you cannot think so. This is a strange time, mister. No man may no longer doubt the powers of the dark are gathered in monstrous attack upon this village. There is too much evidence now to deny it. You will agree it, sir. I have no knowledge in that line, but it's hard to think so. A pious woman be secretly a devil's bitch after 70 years of such good prayer. Aye, but the devil is a wily one. You cannot deny it. However, she is far from accused, and I know she will not be. I thought, sir, to put some questions as to the Christian character of this house, if you'll permit me. Why, we have no fear of questions, sir. Good, then. In the book of record that Mr. Paris keeps, I note that you are rarely in church on Sabbath day. No, sir, you're mistaken. 26th time in 17 months, sir. I must call that rare. Will you tell me why you are so absent? Mr. Hill, I never knew I must account to that man, for I come to church or stay at home. My wife was sick this winter. So I am told, but you, mister, why come you not come alone? I surely did come when I could, and when I could not, I prayed in this house. Mr. Proctor, your house is not the church. Your theology must tell you that. It does, sir, and it does, and it tells me that a minister may pray to God without he have golden candlesticks upon the altar. What golden candlesticks? Since we built the church, there were pewter candlesticks upon the altar. Francis Nurse made them, you know, and a sweeter hand had never touched a metal. But Paris came, and for 20 weeks he preached nothing but golden candlesticks until he had them. I labour the earth from dawn of day to blink of night, and I tell you true, when I look to heaven and see my money glaring at his elbows, it hurt my prayer, sir, it hurt my prayer. I think sometimes the man dreams cathedrals, not clapboard meeting houses. And yet, Mr. Christian on Sabbath day must be in church. Tell me, you have 3 children? Aye, boys. How comes it that only 2 are baptized? I like it not that Mr. Parrish should lay his hand upon my baby. I see no light of God in that man. I'll not conceal it. I must say, Mr. Proctor, that is not for you to decide. The man's ordained, therefore the light of God is in him. What's your suspicion, Mr. Hale? No, I have no. I nailed the roof upon the church. I hung the door. Oh, did you? That's a good sign, then. It may be I've been too quick to bring the man to book, but you cannot think we ever desired the destruction of religion. I think that's in your mind, is it not? I have. There is a softness in your record, sir, a softness.
I think maybe we have been too hard with Mr. Paris, I think so. But sure, we never loved the devil here.
Do you know your commandments, Elizabeth?
I surely do. There be no mark of blame upon my life, Mr. Hale. I am a coveted Christian woman.
And you, mister? I'm sure I do, sir. Let you repeat them, if you will. The commandments. Aye. Thou shalt not kill. Aye. Thou shalt not steal. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbour's goods. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. Thou shalt not take the name of the Lord in vain. Thou shalt not have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not remember the Sabbath day, and keep it holy. Thou shalt not honour thy father and mother. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Thou shalt not make unto a graven image. You have said that twice. Aye.
Adultery, John.
You see, sir, between the two of us, we do know them all. I think it be a small fault. Theology says a fortress, no crack in a fortress can be accounted small. There be no love for Satan in this house, mister. I pray it dearly. Well, then, I forbid you good night.
Mr. Hale, I do think you are suspecting me somewhat, are you not?
Goody Proctor, I do not judge you. My duty is to add what I may to the godly wisdom of the court. I pray you both good health and good fortune. Good night, sir.
I think you must tell him, John.
What's that?
Will you tell him?
I have no witness and cannot prove it except my word be taken. But I know the children's sickness had naught to do with witchcraft. Not to do. Mr. Paris discovered them sporting in the woods. They were startled and took sick. Who told you this? Abigail Williams. Abigail? Aye. Abigail Williams told you it had naught to do with witchcraft. She told me the day you came, sir. Why did you keep this? I never knew until tonight that the world has gone daft with this nonsense. Nonsense, mister. I have myself examined Tituba, Sarah Good, and numerous others that have confessed to dealing with the devil. They have confessed it. And why not, if they must hang for denying it? There are them that they will swear to anything before they'll hang. Have you never thought of that? I have indeed. And you would testify to this court. I have not reckoned with going into court, but I must if I will. Do you falter here? I falter nothing. But I may wonder if my story will be credited into such a court. I do wonder on it, when such a steady-minded minister as you will suspicion such a woman that never lied and cannot, and the world knows cannot. I may falter somewhat, mister, I am no fool. Proctor, let you not open with me, for I have a rumour that troubles me. It said that you hold no belief that there many even be witches in the world. Is that true? I know not what I have said. I may have said it. I have wondered if there be witches in the world, although I cannot believe they come among us now. Then you do not believe. I have no knowledge of it. The Bible speaks of witches, and I will not deny them. And you, woman?
I cannot believe it.
You cannot. Elizabeth, you bewilder him.
I cannot think the devil may own a woman's soul, Mr. Hill, and she keeps an upright way as I have. I am a good woman, I know it, and if you believe I may do only good work in the world and yet be secretly bound to Satan, then I must tell you, sir, I do not believe.
But woman, you do believe there are witches.
If you think that I am one, then I say there are none.
You surely do not fly against the gospel. The gospel. She believes in the gospel, every word.
Question Abigail Williams about the gospel, not myself.
She do not mean to doubt the gospel, sir. You cannot think it. This be a Christian house, sir, a Christian house. God keep you both. Let the third child be quickly baptized and go without fail each Sunday into the Sabbath prayer, and keep a solemn, quiet way among you. I think... John! Charles, what's the matter? They take my wife! And here's Rebecca! Rebecca's in jail. Aye, Tiva, come and take her in a wagon. We've now only come from jail, and they'll not even let us in to see them.
You've surely gone wild somehow, Mr.
Reverend
Hill.
Hell, can you not speak to the deputy governor? I'm saying he makes mistakes, these people. Pray you calm yourself, Mr. My wife is the very brick and mortar of the church, Mr. Hell. In Martha Corey, there cannot be a woman closer yet to God than Martha. How does Rebecca charge us in this? For murder she's charged, for the marvelous and supernatural murder of Goody Putnam's baby. What am I to do, Mr. Hale? Believe me, Mr. Nurse, if Rebecca Nurse be tainted, then nothing's left to stop the whole green world from bringing. Let you rest upon you the justice of the court, and the court will send her home. I know it. You cannot mean she will be tried in court. Nurse, though our hearts break, we cannot flinch. These are new times, sir. There is a misty plot afoot, to so subtle we should be critical to cling to the old respects and ancient friendships. I have seen too many frightful proofs in court. The devil is alive in Salem, and we dare not quail to follow where the accusing fingers points. How may such a woman murder children? Men remember until an hour before the devil fell, God thought him beautiful in heaven. I never said my wife were a witch, Mr. Hale. I only said she were reading books. Mr. Coy, exactly what have you complaint were you made on your wife? The bloody mongrel well-caught charger, you see. He buy a pig of my wife 4 or 5 years ago, and the pig died soon after. So he come dancing for his money back. So my mother says to him, well, Cart, if you have the wit to feed a pig properly, you will not live to my own many. She says, now he goes to court, declares that from day to day, this cannot keep a pig alive for more than 4 weeks, because my mother bewitched him with her books. Good evening to you, Proctor. Why, Mr. Cheever, good evening. Good evening, all. Good evening, Mr. Hale. I hope you come not on business of the court. I do, Proctor. I am clerk of the court now, you know. It is a pity, Ezekiel, that an honest tailor might have gone to heaven, must burn in hell. You'll burn for this, you know it. You know yourself I must do as I am told. You surely know that, Charles. As I lie of leaf, you do not be sending me to hell. I like not the sound of it, I tell you. I like not the sound of it. Now believe me, Proctor, how heavy be the law, it is all tonnage I do carry on my back tonight. I have a warrant for your wife. You said she were not charged. I know nothing of it. When was she charged? I am given 16 warrant tonight, sir, and she is one. Who charged her? Why, Abigail Williams charged her. On what proof? What proof? Mr. Proctor, I have little time. The court bid me search your house, but I like not to search a house. So will you hand me any puppets that your wife may keep here? Puppets?
I never kept no puppets, not since I were a girl.
I spy a puppet, Goody Proctor.
Oh, why this is Mary's.
Would you please give it to me?
Has the court discovered a text in puppets now?
Do you keep any others in the house? No, there's no one either till tonight. What signifies a puppet? Why, a puppet may signify... Now, woman, will you please come with me? She will not. Fetch Mary here. No, I'm forbid to leave her from my sight. You'll leave her out of sight and out of mind. Mr. Fetch Mary Elizabeth. What signifies a puppet, Mr. Cheever? Why, they say it may signify that she... Why, this is... What's there? Why, it is a needle. Herrick, it is a needle, a needle! And what signifies a needle? Why this go hard to be her Proctor, this? I had my doubts, Proctor, I had my doubts, but there's calamity. You see it, sir, it is a needle. Why, what meaning has it? The girl, the Williams girl, Abigail Williams, sir, she sat to dinner in Reverend Parris's house tonight, and without word nor warning she falls to the floor, like a struck beast, he says, and screamed a scream that a bull would weep to hear. And he goes to save her, and stuck 2 inches in the flesh of her belly, he draw a needle out, and demanded of how she come to be so stabbed, she testified where your wife's familiar spirit pushed it in. Why, she does it herself. I hope you're not taking this for proof, mister. 'Tis hard proof. I find her a puppet Goody Proctor keeps. I found it, sir, in the belly of the puppet a needle stuck. I tell you true, Proctor, I have never warranted to see such proof of hell, and I forbid you obstruct me, for not I... Here now, Mary, how did the puppet come into my house?
What puppet's that, sir?
This puppet!
Why, I think it's mine.
It is your puppet, is it not?
It is, sir.
And how did it come into this house?
Why, I made it in court, sir, and gave it to Goody Proctor tonight.
Now, sir, do you have it? Mary woman, a needle have been found inside this puppet.
Why, I meant no harm by it, sir.
You struck that needle in yourself?
I believe I did, sir.
What say you now? Child, are you certain this be your natural memory? May it perhaps that someone conjures you even now to say this?
Conjures me? Why, no, sir. I am entirely myself, I think. Let you ask Susanna Walcott, who she saw me sewing it in court. Ask Abby. Abby sat right beside me when I made it.
Bid him be gone. Your mind is surely settled now. Bid him out, Mr. Hale.
What signifies a needle?
Mary, your charge of cold and cruel murder on Abigail.
Murder? I charged
Abigail was stabbed tonight. A needle was found stuck into her belly.
And she charges me?
Aye.
Why, the girl is murderer. She must be ripped out of the world.
You heard that, sir. Ripped out the world. Herrick, you heard it. Out with you! Proctor, you do not dare touch the warrant. Out with you! You've ripped the deputy governor's warrant, man. Damn the deputy governor! Out of my house! Now, Proctor, get you gone with them. You are a broken minister. Proctor, if she is innocent, the court. If she is innocent! Why do you never wonder if Paris be innocent? Or Abigail? Is the accuser always not holy? Were they not born this morning as clean as God's fingers? I tell you what's walking Salem. Vengeance is walking Salem. We are what we always were in Salem, but now their little crazy children are jangling the keys of the kingdom. And common vengeance writes the law. The warrant's vengeance, I'll not give my wife to vengeance.
I'll go, John.
You will not go. I have 9 men outside. You cannot keep her. The lair binds me, John. I cannot budge. Will you see her taken? Proctor, the court is just plenteous polite. Governor, let you wash your hands of this.
John, I think I must go with them. Mary, there's bread enough for the morning. You will bake in the afternoon. Help Mr. Proctor as if you were his daughter. You owe me that much and more. When the children wake, speak nothing of witchcraft, it will frighten them.
I will bring you home. I will bring you home.
Oh, John, bring me home soon.
I will fall like an ocean on that court. Fear nothing, Elizabeth.
I will fear nothing. Tell the children I have gone to visit someone who's sick.
Herrick, don't chain her. Damn you, man, you will not chain her. Off with them. I'll not have it. I will not have her chained. And yet a silent minister, is it fraud? Do you know it is fraud? What keeps you, man? I'll pay you, Herrick. I will surely pay you. In God's name, John, I cannot help myself. I must chain them all. And I'll let you keep inside this house till I am gone. Mr. Proctor, out of my sight! Charity, Proctor, Charity, what have I heard in her favour? I will not fear to testify in court. God help me, I cannot judge her guilty or innocent, I know. Only in this court the world is gone mad, and it profit not that you should say lay to cause to the vengeance of a little girl. You are a coward, though you be ordained in God's own tears. You are a coward now! Proctor, I cannot think God be revoked so grandly by such a petty cause. The jails are packed. Our greatest judges sit in Salem now, and hang in promise. Man, we must look to cause proportionate. We are the murder done, perhaps, and never brought to light. Abomination, some secret blasphemy that sinks to heaven. Think on cause, man, and let you help me to discover it. For there's no way you believe it. There is only way where such a confusion strikes upon the world. Let you counsel amongst yourselves and think on your village, and what may have drawn from heaven such thundering wrath upon you all. I shall pray to God, open your eyes. I have never murdered nor done in Salem. Leave me, Francis, leave me. Tell me, are we lost? Now go home, Giles. We'll speak on it tomorrow. Let you think on it. We'll come early. Aye, go now, Giles. Good night, then.
Mr. Proctor? Very likely they'll let her come home once they're given proper evidence.
You're coming to the court with me, Mary. You will tell them in the court.
I cannot charge murder on Abigail.
You will tell the court how the puppet came in here and who stuck the needle in it.
She'll kill me for saying that. Abby will charge lechery on you, Mr. Proctor.
She's told you.
I've known it, sir. She'll ruin you with it. I know she will.
Good, then her Saint Alyssa's done with. We will slide together into the pit. You will tell the court what you know.
I cannot. They will turn on me.
My wife will never die for me. I will bring your guts into the mouth, but your goodness will not die for me.
I cannot do it. I cannot.
Make your peace with it. Now hell and heaven grapple on your backs and all your pretenses ripped away. Make your peace. Peace. It is the province now, great charge. We are only what we are always were, but naked now. I naked in the wind. God's icy wind will blow.